Hello, DSL. Welcome to what night is today? Saturday night? We have a
Yeah,
double header tonight because the Super Bowl is tomorrow. I am Grendel, and with me we have.
Trace.
Congratulations on your win last night, sir. You did quite well.
You as well.
I mean, I always do well. It's not really a surprise. But I mean, it was your second match, I think, of all time, maybe?
Third, but my second win, yeah.
Okay.
My first match was
Yeah,
also
didn't you
against
lose against
Stars.
Stars? Yeah, that's if I remember correctly. So in our first match, we have Hydra and Billy Goats, and we have Rekla, Harry, Skitalis, and Rentos is back. And then we have Ixaquis, Meki, Maski, and Molten. Layer out is suspiciously absent again.
Who do you think the MVP of this match will be? I'm gonna go Meki.
I'm not gonna make a call on that.
Billy Goats are winning this.
But I mean, if Hydra wins, then as long as they beat Brute Squad next week, then they will secure the #1 seed in Division One.
That is true. Who do you have your picks for Division One second place team? Galaglass or
I would say
Brutes?
Galaglass because I mean, they beat Brute Squad pretty convincingly.
Yeah, I mean, even last season, Galaglass seemed like they were just as good as any other team.
They're
They just
pretty
didn't lack.
good. They just haven't put like everything together.
Yeah,
They have the players. They just haven't put everything together. Lewis
yeah.
maintains that Billy Goat scored multiple times last season, but I'm pretty
I don't
doubtful
believe it.
about that fact. We'll
I don't
see if he
remember them
changes
scoring a
it this
single point.
season at all. We'll see if he changes this season.
And I'm going to make a note at the end of the season exactly how many points were scored.
All right, we have 3 minutes to go, and don't forget there is another match after this, so don't go anywhere.
All right. Quicksilver and Ganth. I'm actually kind of excited to see if Quicksilver will show up for that.
Yeah, we'll see.
So it looks kind of like Hydra has a couple people that hasn't shown up yet, like Uryu and
Or you
well, I
haven't been
guess
seen in like a long time.
yeah. And I mean, I saw Yismed earlier, like 5 minutes ago. So at least he showed.
Yeah. Hydra has notoriously had good attendance. Most of the good teams
Yeah.
have good attendance. It's just a question of if you're a player or not.
Well, yeah. I mean, Rekala when he took over that team, I mean, he really inspired them to show up. Lewis says that Billy Goat scored last season because Quicksilver no-showed. I can kind of believe that.
And we have less than 2 minutes to go.
Ixie is saying that it was 3-0 against Hydra last Magma Cup. Billy Goats won.
We have 1 minute to go. We have 30 seconds to go now. I would
Second.
predict this match will be over within 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know. The Billy Goats are a little bit too tough, I think, for the Hydra to handle.
Yeah, you heard it here first. And we had to play Trace last night. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I know. That was a mistake. And they're off. Krelius says saying it's a mistake to play me is generous, which I would agree with.
There's an egg golem. It is being geared.
Yep, and it looks like they're spelling it up and they're off
Ixaquis
to
is immediately
races.
choked. I don't know why Ixaquis is even way over there.
Uh,
Looks like Reckless trying to give Scatalo some practice, because last season he didn't get to play much at all.
No, he
He may
didn't.
be part of a plan for later. Maskey immediately picks up the flag. That's interesting. He's just gonna die.
Wemmick Samurai, that's going to be painful.
In fact, I'm not sure he's
Oof,
even sanctuaried.
he's not synced. And, well, now he's not protected either.
He is 100% not sanctuaried. Ooh, that's painful.
Oh, that's
I
just
don't know if
difficult
this
to
is a
watch.
player issue or just bad ownership, not telling them that people to sanctuary. And
I
Maskey's
would
dead
kind of
already.
go towards the latter there. That Molten's almost dead, too.
Molten's in red. What'd I say? 5 minutes.
I
Molten's
think
taking a lot of damage too.
I still maintain that Billy Goats have the advantage.
Okay, no. Let's be honest. Let's be good with the DSL. And there's a lot of people who are actually trying to learn how ACFL works. Meki
Yeah,
Thunderclaps. Meki's
this is
taking.
just
At least
not
Meki
a.
is Sanctuary. He's just taking a lot of damage from his Vuln. Rentos picks up the flag. Meki's probably gonna die. Oh, he flees. Okay. Exequies has done absolutely nothing this match.
Well, I think he's still choked.
You know, he keeps getting choked.
And Meki's healing up a little bit, but Citalis is on him. I would be curious to see what a player,
And
like a
Meki
player-owned
dies.
team, could do if they had the right group comp and
And
no
XC is up.
cohesion.
Krellis, you misheard. I never said such a thing.
Where are they right now? Let's see.
They're moving. They went to go hit Molten.
Yeah, it just looks
Half of
like
them are
Hydra's trying to wipe
Exequies.
them out.
Reclaw was on Molten. Molten's in Wimpy. Rentos has the flag, so.
Oh yeah. Man, this is just brutal to watch.
I'll give this for Billy Ghost. One, they have heart, and two, they actually show up. That's
That
more than
is
I can say
true. I
for some
mean,
other teams. I won't give any names.
they have green flags, I think.
I'm sorry that you don't like Pirates Rumpton, but they're a legitimate class.
I'm actually kind of surprised I've
That's
seen the
one
Billy
score.
Goats
I'm
turn out
surprised
this
they
way.
didn't have another person sit in the flag room just to finish it fast, but whatever. And
Do
the
you
bets
think
are
there's
now closed. Finally, Molten's and Wimpy. Rekla picks it up the flag.
Do you think there's any player ran group, not an official team, that really could have a chance against Hydra if they showed?
That's not part of an official team?
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard to say. Notoriously, Justice and Bloodlust created ACFL teams are probably better than real ACFL teams, but because there's so much player overlap, that would never happen.
Yeah, naturally. And Azari's taking a nap, just for fun.
He could probably have his kid take over, it'd be fine.
Kid can run the flag, get him started early.
Rekla slowly going across. Curious point to note that Lewis is technically the owner, but he can't play because he's on the Brute squad.
Yeah, and they have Ixiequiz as the captain.
Rekla is at the blue 20. Exequies looks completely lost. He's on the wrong side of the flag room, or the arena.
Yeah, it looks like he's about to get torn up by Azari.
Rekla is at the blue goal line, one more room, and then one of them will get the third cap. And
Yep,
it's
and
2-0.
you can be sure Azari's already started the capture.
No, he's in combat of Exequies.
Oh.
Rekla's Holy Smite misses. Case in point, Rekla is one of the few players in the game that actually earned their bounty point spell or skill. So
Is
props
he
to
really?
him. Yes.
That happened, I think, before I even started playing.
Maskey's out again. Rentos picks up the flag again. Maskey is Sanctuary this time. And then he gets
Not
dispelled.
anymore.
Oh god, this. Oh no. Oh no. Everything just happened.
At
And he made Nikita.
least
Actually,
he has the
Samurais defend
Akita.
pretty well. Like, Vrakus fights pretty well against, like, hardcore
Yeah,
Samurais
but
Harry.
you got that Wemmick saves, and that's not.
Yeah, Mask is gonna die. Oh god, the pain. Yep.
At least he quaffed that frenzy potion. I'm curious what you would say. What is the number one trait that you would look for, let's say, in an upcoming draft if you were looking to find a player that hasn't done this before?
I mean, the, for your team dynamic, you need to find out what you're missing and look for that sort of race class combination. Big Squeeze is dead, and Rentos is about 4 rooms away.
I don't even think there's anyone left on. Oh, there's Meki. Wow. Yellow's
Rentos
through
is Mana
Saint.
Sanks, that should be an auto DQ.
Yeah, DQ'd. He's gone. That's just as bad as quaffing escapes.
In case you guys forgot, potions of escape are illegal in ACFL. Rentos is at the goal line, and this match is just about over. And that's it. Hydra takes a 3-0, which puts them in pretty strong position to be number 1 seed in the first division. Because they are 2-0.
Oh, yeah.
As long as they beat Brute Squad next week, they'll be fine. They'll be number 1 seed, which means they'll most likely play Stars in the semis.
Do you think anyone in Quicksilver is going to show up? It looks like it's just Boof still.
It's hard to say. That will be quick too.
Almost Quicksilver.
Ha ha
You're
ha.
never gonna cast with me again, are you?
No, no.
It is really disappointing to see, Boof show up every night and just kind of do it alone, just like, what was it, Atherin and Elmanadra?
Yep. Well, they were part of the team before. They're not anymore.
Yeah. Obviously we can't do it tonight, but it'd be cool to see, maybe one of the future casts, them do an interview with Boof. See how he feels about everything.
Yeah, I guess it could sometime. But I mean, it's pretty obvious how they all feel, I would think. So now we have Ganth and Quicksilver.
One thing that I think is kind of worth noting about Quicksilver, because Ambrose does take a lot of flack, is it looks like the Quicksilver players are defending him pretty heavily in terms of his involvement last season.
I mean, when I played on Ambrose's team, he kept in contact with me, like, every day, so...
Rumpton wants to know if you think the league really has the players to expand. I'm assuming gain more teams.
That's hard to say, because we don't know who's going to be in the draft, so... Based on Magma interest, I think it's possible you could get expansion at some point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, last year they only had the Billy Goats. Now we have a Ganth team.
Yep.
Granted, one of those players is Zudum, but...
It's potential for it.
We got a whole new host of people with brewmasters and everything now as well. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and send me a tell and I'll ask Albert here live
But
on the
I
cast.
might not answer them, so that's...
He might not. He is an enigma.
Any questions Rumpton asks has to be Orc Pirate related.
I'm going to ignore Lewis and ask Azari's question. He wants to know if you ate rice tonight.
Funny story, I did eat fried rice tonight. How did you know?
Rumpton hates you.
Good. I'm glad you're getting all the questions.
Lewis's question was, where do babies come from? Hence the ignoring
I
it.
will not
But
answer that because there are kids on this game. I can name
And
one right
Albert
now.
doesn't
His
know.
name is Lewis.
Corellius wants to know if you had soy almond milk.
No,
These are
I've
really
never
terrible
had almond
questions.
milk. It's disgusting. I have not had soy milk in a month. But we still don't have any. Who is on for Quicksilver? Is it literally just
Boof.
Boof again?
It's just boof. I don't know, unless Ashtai shows up
Maybe
last minute
people should
again.
have. Maybe other teams should have lent out picks to lent out some of their players so Quicksilver could get a real team.
Gyrin, I assume I'm pronouncing that right, wants to know if you believe owners should be active or just show up for ACFL only. So I'm assuming he means everyday players or just during the
I don't
ACFL
think they have
season.
to be active at all because their only concern should be the well-being of their ACFL team. So as long as they show up for ACFL, it doesn't matter.
I'm not really going to ask that or comment on that, Perrin, but that is a lot of stuff to say. He's mentioning kind of, commenting on what I said earlier about the Quicksilver players defending Ambrose. Um, that actually quite a few of them were actually criticizing that. So my
I don't think
mistake.
that's something we should talk about in cast.
Yeah, I think you're right.
That's between Ambrose and his own players. Looks like we don't have any teams yet. I don't know. Is Booth even gonna fight by himself?
I do know he said last match that he would not play
If it's just one person,
um,
yeah.
if it's just him. Curlius, I doubt Albert would know this, but do you know if the practice arenas are going to be accessed by team owners?
I don't know, Carlos. You've never been able to practice ACFL, so I don't.
Yeah. I think the only non-sanctioned games are obviously Magma, Sea Wars, and then Combines.
Yeah, and that's by design, so you're not allowed, so you can't practice.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be fair to like one team to be able to practice and another team not. And plus, ACFL sort of has some sort of mysticism to it, so like you shouldn't be able to practice it.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that I didn't even understand until I joined the team and I watched just about every single match the year before, and I mean, there's so much more to learn when you actually compete in even just one match.
Yep.
No, and it
The
does
next
kind of
match
look
after
easy.
this should be on Monday, and it is Bruce Squad Hydra, and that has
A lot
definite
of
implications
implications.
for who's first seed in Division One.
I think it would mean a lot for the Brutes to get that win, especially after their disappointing season last year.
And their disappointing loss against Gallowglass.
Yeah. Um, Apparently, Crullius has sent you a free sample of his new spell. So there's that.
I would
Something for you to
I
look
would
forward to.
gladly accept the free sample of a spell from the #1 draft pick of last season.
Lewis actually kind of ruined it the opposite way. There would have been a potential Shadow Knight on both ends of the draft, but I was the second to last pick.
Yes, according to scoring schedule, AWG is next, and then probably ACFL. I think they're trying to determine if Quicksilver is gonna just
Show
not
up or
fight,
forfeit.
not fight.
That would actually be pretty big if Ganth wins this by forfeit. That would put them
No, they would.
tied
No,
with the Stars.
yeah, I mean, I guess they'd be 1-1. But and then Ganth. I mean, Ganth would still have to play.
Yeah, I mean the Stars, especially with Fleek's leadership, is uh,
Ganth still has to play KCS though, so
ooh, yeah, you don't want that. Especially, I think they have some kind of hitter on KCS who's okay, from what I hear.
yeah. Watch out for Trace's flaming flail.
It's a Axe of Rage, thank you.
Whatever, same thing.
And I will have you know, I switched to a Hammer of Justice halfway through that match.
I'm concerned how much damage Grendel will do to a non-skin Minotaur.
I'm concerned how much damage Grendel will do to anything.
They actually are playing Jurok, Vrikis, and Renton against Boof.
Oh, poor Boof.
Yeah. Good luck.
You know, and Hagrid was volunteering to go in there too, so just missed out.
Rumpton, I don't think you should comment on mechanics when Pixie Dust is clearly broken. So let's talk about something else. 3-1. It should have been like 10-1. Like,
Oh, I'm putting money on Boof.
I got money. I got money on. Who should I bet on? I don't even know.
I'm
Quicksilver?
betting on Boof.
Oh, I'm not even at the betting window. Okay. Did I bet on Gant? I don't remember.
No, I think we made a gentleman's agreement we would both bet on Quicksilver in this match.
Good thing I'm not a gentleman.
Everyone knows that. You don't have to tell them that.
Yeah, huh? Whatever you say, bro. I mean, I guess this is some good opportunity for the 3/4 of the Gant team to get some practice in.
Yeah. Do you think they'll do the honor, or I guess quote unquote the honorable thing and go 1 versus 1, or do
No,
you think
no one does that.
we'll just smoke it?
It's wasting people's time to do that. Just get the match done. I don't know who will be here on Monday to cast, but probably just me because Alan and Phil are both fighting. So remember, there is no ACFL tomorrow.
Yeah, go watch the Super Bowl like normal humans or elves.
And we have 3 minutes to go. If they have another fight after this with random people they toss in, I am not casting it.
Isn't there supposed to be a Team AGL coming up here pretty soon too?
There might be another one, I don't know.
I heard the Rice Eaters are in good shape to win that.
What, Grendel and Harry? Yeah, they're a pretty good team.
Yeah. I mean, Azari's pretty good. I heard Grendel, you know, he has this thing where he just power swings blindly.
Whatever works, man.
It's better than me just doing anything.
Two minutes to go. Actually, now that I think about it, let's see. Let me look at the Magma schedule.
Because I don't think we played till
Okay,
the
Quicksilver
last match of
probably
the
won't
season.
show up against Stars. But
No.
assuming everyone wins out, semifinal 1 should be Hydra versus Stars. And that may be the debut of Bodrum's Boil, which has significant implications in matches.
Yeah, that
Quicksilver won't
was
show up for that, but Hydra
well,
will have to
well.
find some way of dealing with it. I'm glad I don't have to be the test subject for Bodrum Boyle in ACFL.
Oh man,
I don't even know if there's an echo on Bodrum's Boyle.
I don't
I
know
think your
anything
best
about
hope is
Bulls.
to message Bodrum's wife and tell him he's playing ACFL so he can't play.
I tried to tell him last night that he wasn't playing, but he wouldn't believe me.
Oh, okay.
And apparently, Crelius's cream is only available to Shadow Knights. So
Oh, well.
if you get infected, have the cream.
I definitely don't want that cream.
This old nasty man cream, because he's 80.
We have 30 seconds to go. I'd like to remind Trace that last night I believe he forgot to cast Detect Evil,
I did forget to cast
but he
Detect
cast
Evil,
every other Detect,
but
and
I
we're
did
off,
remember just
and it's
now.
Booth by himself. Are they
Go
doing
Boof.
1v1? Let's Roof is Booth gonna go Cap by himself? Nope, he only flames Vrakus.
Rikus is the only one I think that's come out.
No, there's Renton.
Oh, there's Fenton.
And Jirok is out there too.
And the betting's closed in case you guys wanted to switch to Quicksilver.
Yep. And Vrakus is weapon stunning the heck out of Booth.
Poor Boof.
For some reason, Jirok is ranging Lightning Bolt. No.
I mean, why not at this
Or no,
point?
it was in combat. My bad.
Renton has the flag.
Renton starts moving. He decides to Spirit of Rat one person. That's not very mana efficient, but doesn't matter, I guess. Let's see if Booth tries to kill Renton.
Well, that'll be an interesting match. Priest versus Priest.
And Booth tries to spit Renton. And Jirok is on him. Renton is
I
blinded
give
by
Boof a
spit.
lot of credit here. I mean, he's outnumbered 4-1, and he's
3 to
still at
1.
least trying, even though there's no real chance of success.
Renton's at the red 30. 20. Let's see if Ganth countercaps or just lets Renton cap all the way across 3 times. Boof is not sanctuaried.
Nope,
And
that's
mana
not going to end
sinks.
well. Just
I
disqualified.
hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I always say this, but you people need to watch your sanctuaries. That can cost them in a real 4v4 match. That can cost you the match.
Oh, yeah.
If you're ACFL fighter, stop using chunky potions. Use divine pots. And it's 1-0 Ganth. Let's see if Renton runs across. He looks like he's going for it. Yep, he runs to the blue flag room. He seemed like he was lost there for a second. Oh, Jurok actually picks it up. Renton is blind. Boof is red.
Oh, missed a gore. That's
The
exciting.
good thing about Minotaurs is they all can gore, and that's really
It's
annoying.
painful.
Yeah. And it's 3 damage.
Yeah. And I mean, they might as well just kill Boof now because, I mean, they're running it across. It's over.
Yep, looks like Boof's trying to heal a little bit. Nope, he's just going for spit. Renton is at... Oh, wait, Jurok has it, my bad. He's at the blue 40. Props to Ganth to putting together a team, though, and actually showing up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they only showed up with 3 tonight, but they didn't really need
They
more.
didn't need a 4th, yeah, exactly.
I would like to see maybe next year for Magma more Kingdoms put together teams to throw into Magma. That'd be an interesting dynamic.
Maybe. Kingdoms notoriously for AWG don't like ACFL. It's always full of the clanners, so...
Uh,
I mean, it's easy to join ACFL, but the learning curve, would you say, is pretty steep?
it really is. I mean, I watched you guys every single match. My first season seeing an ACFL team, and I still didn't have I still don't know what the hell I'm doing for the most part. And I think you just have to get in there and experience it because it's completely different once you're in there.
Yep, and 2-0, they're going to run back across again.
Boof's gonna. I'd like to see Boof countercap just for fun.
If Rakis picks it up this time. Perrin's trying to be sneaky, but he's just trying to point out that some of us have multiple alts everywhere. Boof is probably... Well, he hasn't wimpied yet.
No. But I think he was just dueling, so he may have turned it off.
If Rakis is at the blue 30.
This is pretty much done. It is kind of disappointing to see this, but I'm really impressed with Boof.
It's not on the players completely, so...
No, I'm just really impressed with how Boof did this. Stuck it out. I mean, he could have just sat there and let them run it, but he didn't.
It's like they try to interrupt Boof from doing anything. Rakis is 3 rooms away.
Yeah.
Rakis is 2 rooms away.
There isn't even a single member of Ganth in yellow, is there?
Nope, of course not. Rakis is at the goal line. 1 more room. And this match will be over. And Boof gets scored, and it should be over in 3, 2, 1. Wow, my timing is impeccable. And Gamp takes a 3-0, which means they are now 1-1. So
However,
on paper, they have a chance of making playoffs still, but they have to beat KCS.
Yeah, that's going to be
very
tough,
tall
especially.
order. Very tall order. But in theory, if they were to beat KCS, they would hold the tie. That would leave Stars out, I believe, because...
Yeah, it would.
Well,
Because
no,
we would have the
that's not
tiebreaker over the
necessarily
Stars.
true, because KCS holds the tiebreaker over Stars, Stars holds it over Ganth, and Ganth would hold it over KCS.
It'd be kind of the same situation as Division 1.
Yeah, but, I mean, whatever, you never know. Well, I believe that's everything for tonight. Thank you guys for listening. I will probably be hosting on Monday. I don't know who will be with me, but we'll have someone, because it's a very important match. Brute Squad versus Hydra, right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you guys for listening. I'll post it on forums as soon as possible. See you guys Monday. Have a good night.
Bye.